Hi everyone!
Hello.
I hope you can hear us okay and you can see us. How are you all doing?
I'm all right.
Cool. Hey everyone, welcome to another Forge Live. I believe we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And we are here to talk about the event that has been live now, I think, for about a week. Which is
3 days.
Oh, 3 days.
Yeah.
Usually it's around that.
Yeah.
Which is the wildlife event. And as you can see, I'm not alone. I have a new face. I guess, new to the lives. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Nastia. I am a new community management specialist on Forge of Empires. And today, yes, indeed, it's the first time I'm joining the live broadcast. So, and yeah, we're going to talk about the wildlife event. It's nice kind of meeting you in a way.
Meeting.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be here, and we of course have our beloved game designer Jess. So we're here to talk about the event and to answer some questions. I think we should start maybe first with the little breakdown of the main points of the event, right? So a little introduction. So the event is fairly new. It was time last year, I believe, and we did like a deep dive into the mechanics, and Jess also spoke about it. So if you feel like it, you can also check back on that year's video too. But just as a breakdown, the setting of the event is this wildlife park. I conveniently happen to have a moose here in the meeting room where I'm having this broadcast. So this is the event is happening in this wildlife park, and as one does, you would buy a ticket if you were to go into a live wildlife park. And yeah, with the tickets is one of the main currencies of the event. So you accumulate tickets in order to start a level in the wildlife event. And then the level looks like a puzzle board. And if you're familiar with the pop 2 mechanic, you will know how to operate this. So essentially, you will need to find the sections, how do you call it, the bubbles? I don't know. On the puzzle of the same color, and pop if you have two and more. And as you pop the sections, the tiles on the board, you're gonna have to you're gonna see the main elements of the event. So we have paw prints, which is which symbolizes the steps you take towards the grand prize. So the more paw prints you gather, the closer you are to the grand prize. As you pop the tiles, the paw prints drop to the end of the board, and then you collect them. And also, if you pop way more than 2 tiles, so I believe 5 and more, right? You can combine the tiles in a reward chest. And when you drop the reward to the end of the board, you get an extra reward. We also have an extra currency, which is coins. Coins you can get in various ways. Mostly you get coins for quests. You can gather them around the city as incidents, and you can also gain them from the newsletter if you are subscribed. So if you are not, then you might want to consider that. And for coins, you can get boosters. And yeah, this is how you progress. Collect points and reward chests, and paw your way to the front prize.
Nice.
Yeah. That's the little introduction. I'm not sure if we you have anything to add here. Maybe I missed something.
I guess there's actually a lot going on in this event,
Yeah.
so I guess we can dive into all the different components or elements via questions, because I guess there's a lot of questions. So yeah, let's take a first question, and then maybe we can talk about what's new this year, some elements.
Yeah, what is new this event?
So this year we added leagues.
Yeah, I guess this is like the biggest maybe addition.
Biggest thing, and it's honestly for me, even playing as a player, it feels super different. It changes completely how I play the event, which is cool, because it means it's meaningful and it's adding something to the event. So basically, with leagues, there's the whole point is basically if you can become like an expert zoologist. So yeah, there's like 5 different leagues, and you can progress as a league is. You can progress from the lowest to the highest, which is becoming a zoologist. And you do this by collecting league points, and league points are collected by just playing the game, really. So every time you make a pop, every time you collect something, even when you use a booster, you will collect league points. And one thing to mention is you really need to make sure that you're popping popping the biggest amount of blocks and making the biggest pops that you can, because the better the pops, or the higher the chests you're creating, or the higher the chests that you're collecting as well, the more points you're going to get towards the leagues. So that's really, like, for me, now that it's been added, I'm really like strategizing more. I'm looking for bigger pops. I'm trying to make sure that when I have a couple moves towards the end of a level, that I'm really like utilizing those moves. So for me, it's a really cool feature that we added. I love it. And of course, the higher the league that you're in, the more rewards you're getting, and the cooler the rewards you're getting. So really encourage you to check the league button.
Yeah, it adds kind of this extra layer, because when you're choosing the strategy of the event, you kind of like want to find out for yourself, do you want the reward chests, or do you maybe want the paw prints, or and now you can also work your way towards being higher in the league, which makes it like add this extra layer. So I guess it's something very interesting. I suppose we could also mention the rewards for this year. So the grand prize building, it's called Animal Crossing, which helps animals to cross, right?
Behind both of us. You can see it behind us.
Like, what a surprise, a shocker. Okay, so to help animals cross, you win the Animal Crossing. And as I remember, the building has 9 levels, right? And you can get all sorts of things if you have your building upgraded. So for example, population, coins, happiness, medals, forge points, and at the very end, the attack and boost. So that is fun. And if you're also someone who liked the last year's building, one of them was Moose Reserve, you can also win them in the daily special. So they kind of will be still present and available to you. So keep an eye for those. But maybe we can talk about the daily special more later.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a question / feedback that I find it hard to get paw prints. And I suppose it can be the case. I mean, depending on how you play, it can be challenging sometimes, and depending on how your puzzle board looks like with every new level, right? So, but you can end the level and you can start a new one if you don't see a way out of the current situation, and if you don't find a way to collect the paw print. So that's what I normally do, but maybe I give up too easily, Jess. Maybe there's something else I can do.
No. I think, like, as a premise, you should be collecting on average around, I say 2 to 3 paw prints a level, and you're doing good. But really, the more you're removing from the board, the higher the probability to get pulls to fall into the board, right? So using your boosters, like utilizing your boosters in a smart way, is a good idea. But if you're kind of heading towards the end of a level and there's no pulls, like you mentioned, there's pulls that are really high and you only have a few moves left, totally, it's okay to say, okay, this level I'm done, and I'm gonna go into the next level, or like expedition, right, in the wildlife park. But if you, for example, have the opposite case where you still have a lot of pulls, or pulls are really more towards the bottom, like totally utilize your boosters to make the most of your moves. Or honestly, what I find is best in those cases is then like analyzing, do I have pops still? Like I know that in 2 moves, I'm going to get that pull down, and then use your coins and purchase more moves. So it's really like you said, you kind of need to just think about like, is the board in a state where I know in a couple more moves or just 1 booster, I'm going to get a lot, or is it, next, totally fine, next level. There's no stress.
Yeah, what I find happening to me more often than I maybe wanted to happen is that like I get surprise matches. So I try to strategize as much as I can and try to like predict what kind of matches I'm gonna get. But sometimes I am surprised and I'm like, oh, it matched. Cool. So yeah, it is sometimes hard to predict. So it's okay to use your tickets, and they do regenerate over time. So like eventually you're gonna have 4 of them, and you can try again. So no rush, like Jess said. And sorry I missed your name, Chris, and thank you very much for your question about the pop prints.
Yeah, good question. Really good question.
Yeah, we have we are informed that lots of players are saying hello, so we want to say hi back. So I guess maybe some of you joined a bit later. So welcome again to the live Q&A. It's Nastia and Jess here, and we are answering your burning questions.
Yeah.
I see a question about potatoes. So Jess, if you were a potato, what type of potato? Like, okay. What type of potato would you be? That was a challenge to say.
I would be a potato, and I guess only Irish people in the chat would know what that is, but they're very, very delicious crisps. So that's the kind of potato I would be.
I mean, I can, if you ask me, I think I am a potato in a way because I'm a couch potato.
Hey, oh God. That was good. It was better than your poor joke earlier.
It wasn't a joke, it was a pun.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, true.
So
here's another question.
Yep.
From Dennis. Dennis says, why have you removed wishing wells from events? No more free players. We haven't removed wishing wells. You can get wishing wells from lots of places in the events. Usually they don't come up in daily specials. It's rare. But we have wishing wells all over the place in events. You could check out, for example, the event pass. Like in all of our events, our new events, we have this new system where if you go into the grand prize section, there's like a little claim button or a see prizes button. You can actually unlock like extra or bonus rewards, and in there's always wishing wells. So you can, it's like basically a secondary bonus prize that you get for every grand prize that you win. It's like an amazing deal. So you can get them there, and we also always, for example, in the wildlife, there's wishing well fragments that you can win in the chests. I don't know which color chests it is, but off the top of my head, but I know that you can get wishing well fragments, and that's actually something can lead into that. Each color in the wildlife event is meaningful, right? So they have these little symbols on them as well. But if you make chests of a color, each color will have a certain focus on a reward type. Off the top of my head, Nastia, you can also correct me if I'm wrong. Red is
so red would be medals or blueprints you can get from there. We also, but that is just specifically a red apple. Excuse me. So not just red, but red apple. We also have blue acorns, which will give you forge prints. We also have green leaves, which can give you coins. Orange carrots, which can give you goods. And then finally, we have yellow flowers, which can give you units. So that would be the focuses of those rewards chests.
Yeah.
And while we are on the chest topic, we can also quickly mention that the higher the number of the tiles that you match into a chest, the bigger would be the reward in this chest, and you will see it from the star rating on the chest.
Yep.
So like, and it will increase as you match more chests. I believe we can move to the next question, I guess. So we have a question from Thomas Scheffer asking about the recurring quests freezing lately. So I can take this question as a community manager and say that we are indeed looking into all of the bug reports that you're making with the help from the community managers and our lovely moderators on your market. So if you do have a report like that, there is a good chance that we're aware of this, and we could really use your help if you could give us the exact reproduction steps. Like, what are you doing exactly to end up in this situation? Because unfortunately, we cannot access, and fortunately, to be honest, we cannot access like your game. So we would really appreciate your help if you could give us the exact description, like down to even the little steps. I go there, I click this button, I click that button, I have this many coins at this point, or like this many actions I did. So any little thing helps, and we gather this information and we pass this on to our development team, and then we are working on the fix. So that would be the answer to the question. And yeah, I see also a question from Chris. We kind of addressed it, but we can get back to it again. Will the Eagle Mountain come around again in the daily?
Who knows? You'll just have to log in and wait and see. To be honest, that was actually something we haven't mentioned. Is this event is actually a shorter event than our normal events. If you,
yeah, true.
If you play Forge a lot, or if you're a new player, maybe it's okay for you. But normally our events are around three weeks. This is a 14-day event. So it's a 2-week event. So it's shorter. So we've kind of crammed all the really yummy daily specials into a shorter amount of time. So definitely keep an eye out. Yeah, there's some really nice daily specials, and I know like the Mountain Reserve is like a fan favorite. Everybody loves it. So yeah, we haven't disappointed on daily specials. And also like the Animal Crossing, for example, which is this year's building, is we've already talked about it, but it really is an amazing event. It's our highest Forge Point main event building we've ever done. I think it's also the highest attack for attack output building that we've ever done from a mainline event building. So it's like a really, really nice building. It's also not so big. It's like,
yeah, I was gonna say too that it's a good ratio. I also was gonna say that it's fairly compact, which is nice.
I hope you guys are liking it. Please let us know if you are.
Yeah, and also about the daily specials, also remember that you can shuffle them if you want. You can do it for free every day. So if for some reason the current daily special doesn't appeal to you, then you can also shuffle and try for a different option. But yeah, like Jess said, just keep an eye on the stuff that you like and check what daily special you have, and try to win it. Let's see what other questions we have accumulated.
There is a question from Stuart. Actually, there's it's kind of the same question from, oh my God, I hope I'm saying your name right, Aurora and Stuart are both asking about the coins in the game. So this is, I know I've seen this on a lot of the forums. I'm always reading like comments in forums, and yeah, also just from playing the game. A lot of people are asking, why are the boosters so expensive, or why do we give out a lot less coins versus last year? Simply the same like amount of boosters that one might need on average for each level is the same. It's because we obviously the event is shorter, right? So you shouldn't need so many coins to boosters. So it's not that like we've drastically decreased it for any reason other than you're just playing less levels. So, and also the boosters, like, again, I think a lot of the players that are maybe saying this are coming from playing events like archaeology or Halloween, where you're using these tools, right, as like your main input. And in this event, try and not think of them as that. You shouldn't be using, and like this is like a spoiler from us to you. Don't really like use them strategically. Use them for when you think you need them. Like I personally try and not use them for as long as possible, and try and really use my moves and understand the strategy of popping as best as possible. And then when I really feel like I need them for example, a daily special, or I need them to make as big of pops as possible, or if I need them to get the main event building, I will utilize them a lot. So think of them as like a helper, or if you want to make the most out of the event, you can use them a lot more frequently. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it of course depends on how fast you want to move and on your priorities, and also what is your goal in the event. Are you looking forward to get the grand prize or the leagues or the reward chests? Like, even though there are multiple layers to how you play the event, ultimately there's gonna be like one way you're leaning more and moving like faster towards one of the goals. Sorry. So yeah, and if you are the person to use the boost more often, you're also free to do so, of course. However, like it is fair to mention that you don't have to. You can start over again, or you can strategize the use of boosters, unlike me, who blew through them all in like first.
Also okay.
Yeah, and also remember that coins are, they have multiple applications. Well, maybe not multiple, but at least two applications. So you can also use them to keep on playing the level. So if you don't want to exit the level yet, and if you have something interesting lying around in the level, you can also use 65 coins to keep playing that level, even if you are out of moves. So yeah, and for coins, you can also buy the boosters. So kind of decide what you want more in that point of time.
Ted also just asked that the amount of coins that one might be able to get from the event now, because it's one week shorter, is it enough to get the highest package of boosters? And it is. It's so if you just make sure that you're getting coins, log in every day. Like you need to log in every day to get coins. You need to complete the whole quest line to get coins. You'll get loads of coins from quests. Make sure you're getting them from incidents, right? Really, that's like, we put a lot in the incidents. So if you're missing those, you're missing like a huge chunk. So you can get the amount of coins we give out for sure. You can afford the highest package. So yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay. I see a classic question, which I think deserves a mention. I mean, I've never personally answered it, so I would appreciate the opportunity to answer Ruben, who is asking, do you think we could ever turn our buildings around to make more room? So the answer to this question is unfortunately no. Forge cities, they are a puzzle in themselves. At least that's how I see the building of your city, and like moving and progressing and trying to strategize how you place your buildings and also how you utilize the space in your city. So not being able to turn the buildings adds to this puzzle, and adds it as a part of the strategy. I mean, that is how it is right now. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen in the future, but this one is pretty solid. It has been so far, I think. So yeah, that is that concludes it, I suppose. Okay, there is a question from Elaine, which I think is a bit of a puzzle in itself. So I have 3 chests on second bottom level non-match, have 4 moves left. This happens all the time. Any suggestions? I mean, it's also like hard to understand in detail from the text. Like maybe if we could see a puzzle board, it would be easier. However, like I believe we've also addressed it. So if you really want those reward chests, you can resort to using boosters. However, you can also end the level and try a new one, and then maybe think a few steps ahead, so that maybe try to avoid the situation in the next level, or like do something differently to what you've done previously. That's my take.
Yep.
I suppose. Makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. What else do we have here?
There's so many people in the chat I can see. Super cool. Okay. Dennis asked why we cut a whole week from the event. Great question. Actually, we did this because we got a lot of feedback from you guys that some of our events can be just a little bit more challenging and challenging is not necessarily negative, but just compared to some of our other events. And we wanted to see how you guys would feel if we had just shorter events where, it's more focused. So honestly, the reason why we did it was because, we got feedback from you guys that especially wildlife, you have to think a lot more and you have to strategize, and potentially it's just too long with 3 weeks. So we shortened it to 2. And please give feedback. And the CMs are always checking everything, and all the feedback comes back to us. So if this is nicer for you, then let us know. Because
totally. And also, so you do have 14 quests, but you will also, if you complete all of them before the event ends, you will also get daily quests. So, and the quests will be credited to you retrospectively as well. So if you played through some of the days of the event and then you are finished with your rush quests, is that the official name? So if you're finished with your rush quests, you will also get credited a quest for every day you played the event. So you can also get more of them, and you will always have something to do before the event ends. And we also have the question from Martin, which is probably not how you pronounce your name, and I apologize for that. But it's about avatars. Why no animal avatars we can win during this event? It's a fun question. Why is there no animal avatars? I think we could do it. We've been going for people as avatars, and you do have a few new avatars, a few new characters you can win during this event, by the way. Some cool zoologists they're supposed to be, as I understand. But it's a cool idea for the future. We haven't explored animals or things or something like that. So sounds cool. Definitely. I would take some.
Actually, I know, I'm trying to think, we have animals in avatars, like Irene in the league.
True.
She has an owl, and we did a little Pomeranian. I think it was for spring last year. And they were super popular. But for example, if Forge Bowl this year we gave out mascots where they were, you look, oh my god, what's it called? Forge Bowl or football mascots. Can't think right now. Too late in the day. And players loved them. You guys loved them because you look like a big animal character. So I feel like we should definitely try that. Usually we try and go for something more it's forged as somehow realism or abstract realism, but I feel like that would be super cool.
I like this idea too. So maybe this is something we could keep in mind. We also have feedback from Ishan saying, keep up the good work, guys. and loving the game and the events. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to hear such nice feedback.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time to write it to us.
Yeah, thank you. That's always nice to hear.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe we might be wrapping up. Are we out of time?
Yeah. Maybe one more question.
Well, let's see.
Let me see if I can find one from the chat.
There is an action from what was that? A question from Jim. Could the reconstruction option be enhanced so that the town hall can be put in or not? Could be put in, or if not, an option where we can make buildings more transparent. I'm not sure if I'm understanding correctly about the town hall, but I don't think you can opt out of the town hall, and I don't think this is something that we're ever going to change. The town hall kind of signifies the age you're in, and it also gives you the resources. So I don't think you can not put it there.
I think he means that you can't. Well, you can't in the reconstruction mode take
take it away.
It just. But
okay.
I think there's a couple of reasons. I guess the town hall always needs to be connected to the streets, and maybe it's hard to then plan. But
I mean,
you wouldn't be able to go back to the city, or you wouldn't be able to confirm it anyway if it wasn't placed in the city. And also about transparency, we can also look into that.
Yeah, about the transparency. So it sounds like a cool idea. I believe this is something we could look into, but it is a cool suggestion. So thank you very much for that, Jim. Okay, then I think we should probably wrap it up now. We promised one question.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add, Jess?
No, I just really hope you guys are enjoying the new wildlife with the new league system, and also the Animal Crossing. It's a beautiful building. It's super nice on stats, and I also hope that you're enjoying the shorter event. And please give us the feedback. That's what we really like. So
yeah, I second that about the feedback. I will be personally looking forward to hearing your thoughts, and then I will pass them on to our lovely game designers, Jess included. Thanks everyone for joining. It was a pleasure for me to be here the first time. Hope to see you again soon. And have a nice evening, I suppose.
Bye.
Signing off. Bye.
Bye.